Boom. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Byron Rodgers from Executive Protection Lifestyle. Check out the podcast and Bravo Research Group. This last weekend, I went on ahead and did a course with Mike of Assault Dynamics. He goes by Knockout Lights on Instagram. This course was fantastic. The first thing that stands out when I think about this course is the fact that by the end of the day, I was a better shooter. For me, personally, that's when I know my instructor is really cooking with some tartar sauce, is when I walk away from a one-day course and I'm actually better. What I really liked about Mike is he wasn't so concerned with making the course sexy that he just took us straight to the high-speed stuff. We actually spent considerable time in the morning just working fundamentals the way he instructed us to work them. After we got into the fundamentals, we got into a number of different higher skill sets with regards not only to shooting and marksmanship, but also to gun fighting. So we did some shooting on the move. We did a lot more weapons manipulation. We did some distance stuff, some long distance. Like, let's see what you can actually do with your pistol at distance stuff, which was good. Getting in and out of firing positions and engaging targets, good stuff. We even did some up close and personal, kind of hand-to-hand, really close engagement stuff, which was cool. What I really liked about the course the second half of the day was that we kind of looked at the way people behave on the range. We looked at why they behave that way on the range. And then we looked at how applicable those behaviors would actually be in real life. Just based on common sense. You know, we didn't do any like empirically validated studies, but really we just thought through equations and asked ourselves some quality questions about, hey, why are people doing this stuff? Why have people been doing this stuff? Did this come from a place where, you know, the theory and method was validated over the course of a department's history, or is this coming from a place of, you know, a good idea guy, a good idea fairy situation? We talked about a lot of things like that, and what I really loved about the course is that, you know, a lot of things that we just do as in range behaviors were highlighted and illuminated as things that may not actually be combat effective behaviors. And so anytime I can really challenge my mindset or challenge my behaviors, I feel like it's a valuable time. And this was one of the huge standout things I thought was extremely valuable about Mike's course. Something else I thought was extremely valuable was the classroom segment of the course. It wasn't one of those talks where you're just sitting there trying to get through it, but the classroom segment of the course was extremely informative. We talked about a number of different paradoxical situations around gunfighting, defending yourself with your weapon, over the trajectory of an engagement from the beginning to the actual spike, the middle, and then post-engagement situations, scenarios, and types of things that you will run into, could run into. Another huge plus I liked about Mike's course was it wasn't overcrowded. We had less than a dozen guys there. There were around 10 of us, and there were 4 other instructors, including Mike, there. So like we were broken up into fire teams, essentially, and each group had an instructor watching basically our every shot. Mike actually personally came up to every single person's target at multiple times during the range day and assessed every single person's target on the range.
But we don't get to be stress inoculated unless we do something over and over again. So we have to assume that we're going to be in a state. We got to work within that state. And what I do know is if I can get you to do shit with this gun without thinking about it, it just happens. That's where I want you to be.
Another thing that was funny about that was, you know, a lot of courses you go to and the instructors never have to prove themselves. They never have to do anything. When we were there, each and every one of his instructors was made to shoot the same string of fire that we were all shooting, which gave them an opportunity to demonstrate value. So it's a course I really would recommend that anyone takes. If you're not following him already, follow him at Knockout Lights on, I believe he's the same on Facebook and Instagram. And if you don't already know, check out my podcast. I'm sure by the time you're watching this, me and Mike will have already done an episode, and it's going to be good stuff. So until the next video, until the podcast, this is Byron Rodgers of Executive Protection Lifestyle and Bravo Research Group. One mind, many weapons, protector by nature and by trade. Out.
After the shot, where do I want to be? Get my distance, continue shot, take the fucking lights out.